All right, I'm ready to go. Is it Wednesday? Oh, you clicked it? Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we're shipping out today on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I was doing a bunch of cleaning in the other room. I might have a video for that at some point, but we'll see. That's a thing for what'd you say? Oh, it is Wednesday. Netta confirmed it's Wednesday. All right. We are super in a rush right here, and she already accidentally started packing up stuff. I went and got her some chocolate covered strawberries, a post Valentine's Day like gift, and I had set it up to pick it up at noon. I forgot about it, and they called me, so I had to go get this chocolate covered strawberries before they closed. And then so she thought I already had the video done. All right, there we go. We're all caught up. Everyone's caught up. It's Wednesday. It's good. Everything's great. And Anetta's fed with chocolate covered strawberries. First up is going to be these two Warhammer 40K and Fantasy bits and pieces. I have a ton of these listings. These have been doing really well. I could have gotten a lot more money out of them if I would have individualized the pieces within their similar types, but people are happy looking through these. I still have a lot, probably at least 100 of these baggies. These end up each going for $10 each, so $20 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping, so I'll save us the time right now. All right, next up is not a normal category that we work on. I know it could be a good category for people, but these are postcards. I don't have the skill set for it, but I do pick them up. I like the ephemera. I like the paper stuff. I like the, selling magazines. I do really like the category. I just don't have the expertise for it. But yeah, this is 12. They're Illinois, Ottawa postcards. I like these that we saw at like a state sale or something because they had really cool art on them. I just thought the art on it stood out to me. So yeah, these end up going for $13.12 for them. So like I said, I'm not like an expert on like pricing them out, but yeah, someone picked them up and is appreciating the art. All right, moving along, we have this baggie of like 500 plus advanced squad leader chit tokens. These are going to be from various modules. I happen to get like a lot of incomplete advanced squad leader stuff. They have a lot of bits and pieces. Sometimes I'll open up like a base box from someone and there, there's like extra boards, extra rule sets, extra pieces and stuff. So with these, I do take the time. I know a lot of people won't do this, but I do lay them all out so people can see what they're getting. But I think that helps me sell them faster. So people could be like, oh, that's from the whatever third module and they need the pieces. $34.99. This is going eBay International. So the 30 minutes of like spreading those out was worth it for that one. All right, I would still do it. I enjoy doing different types of pictures that are more accurate for customers to buy stuff, even if it takes a lot of time for me. Time is valuable when you're doing eBay and stuff like that, but I'm not one of those people that wants to do everything in milliseconds. I think like the tortoise wins the race against the hare, so I just like do it at a nice pace so I don't burn out. All right, next up is going to be this zombie shuffle. This is going to be some kind of Kickstarter playing card deck right here, so it just has a bunch of zombies for like, the Jack, Queen, King, Ace, and stuff like that. And it looked like this was, it says it was made by Kickstarter. A lot of people on Kickstarter make like board games, card games, and stuff like that. Just a fun little zombie game right here that they made. $5.55 for that one. All right, next up is going to be a combo order right here. They got Risk 1993 green pieces, a set of 60. They're 60 for that one. These are the ones with the infantry that's like kneeling down and he's smaller. You got like a classic cannon, and then you also have the cavalry where they're just like, holding onto the reins of the horse. There's different types of pieces throughout the years, so people want the specific ones. They also got a set for the black player and then the green player right there. So yeah, and I'm going for $10.48. I don't know why my Risk pieces are doing pretty well right now. I've been selling some recently. I always list them. They are slow sellers usually, but yeah, I still have a lot left. People like to play bigger games of Risk, so they need more pieces. All right, next up is a shirt that we got, another Dr. Seuss one. I have shown them. I always forget because I actually have the bin in the shipping closet over there where I just have all the shirts. I don't have room at the storage unit, so I just happened to get a bunch of these shirts for free. They're Dr. Seuss ones. They end up getting one that was Cat in the Hat with the two little twins or whatever. So yeah, then I'm going for $7.87. All right, next up is going to be dice from this game called Dice Settlers. So obviously I have some dice. So it's just 52 of the dice. I don't know if this is like a complete set, and the game also came with this dice bag right here. They have like different images and symbols for the game. I never played Dice Settlers. It's not like my type of like artistic style, but I know people like different types of board games. $10.50 for that. Someone might just pick them up because the dice look fun. Some people just like games because they have dice. I like dice in games as well. All right, next up is going to be Micro Machines. This is going to be a police station, and then inside it like opens up. It has some like little flags or cones or something. I think my brother was the one that gave me this. He had a bunch. He got this like big toy collection many years ago. He does eBay, but he transitioned to cards. So he had a bunch of these like toy bits and pieces that he didn't want to deal with anymore. He had already sold off like most of the stuff from like the main haul, and this was like the scraps for him. So I went ahead and listed all of them. So I appreciate it. He watches sometimes, so thank you for this one. $7.34. Like I said, some of them were like scraps, but some of them were pretty decent. Still as bits and pieces. People want to complete their little toy sets because they lose accessories. They lose like arms from Transformers, and they want to either fix up theirs, or they have some parts and they can fix up the one that they're buying from me. All right, next up is going to be a booster pack from Duel Masters. This game eventually turned into Kaijudo. The Duel Master stuff is pretty good, especially sealed. It was by Wizards of the Coast. This plays very similar to like a teenager or kid version of Magic the Gathering, where you have higher numbers, but the game plays mostly the same. And then they have more like robots and stuff like that as like the art for them. Yeah, this pack ended up going for $13.12. I think I made a note that I spent $0.25 on this at auction. Sometimes people, if I'm in a room and no one knows that Duel Masters is like actually worth money and people collect them, I can get auctions pretty cheap. It's not always the case, though. Sometimes other people realize what it is. All right. Next up is going to be this Legion. Legion Supplies did a lot of good sleeves. They were the first ones that did the double matte sleeves for card players. They know what I'm talking about. They did these tins. These were supposed to hold like decks and cards and stuff. They weren't as popular because decks and cards, like when you open up the tin, it will have like a lip. And then if you pull out your card, it can kind of get caught in the lip. But people still like them. They did like the generic symbols for Magic the Gathering. They weren't licensed, so they couldn't do like the swamp for Magic the Gathering for the black color. So they just did like a skull. I listed a few days ago Legion Supplies. They had deck boxes. I did one with like their basic sun, which is supposed to be plains, which is the white color Magic the Gathering. $8.75 for this tin. So whenever I see the tint, I know they're not like a big seller, but like people will pick them up. I know the sleeves are a lot better. All right. Next up, this is like the only sports cards that I've ever gotten. Maybe a couple of singles occasionally, but yeah, this is like Fleer National Trading Card Day 2004. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booster packs in here for like baseball and other sports and stuff. So I actually have a bunch of these packs. So I already relisted one when I was at the storage unit. I'll take different offers. Sometimes I'll decline if the offer's too low. But yeah, $10 for this pack right here. I'm not sure if these packs were given out at like an event and they always had the same card, or if they're like a booster pack where you get randomized stuff in there. So someone's trying to hunt to like a, whatever, autograph or rookie or whatever they want to get that are big winners hits, I guess is what they call it. All right, next up, because like I said, Annetta was already starting to pack some stuff. We had this right here. This is going to be Dust Tactics. This is going to be the sci-fi like miniature game. This is a soft cover rule book. She already has this like bound in like a cardboard so it doesn't get bent at the post office. But yeah, this one I'm going to repeat buyer for $8.50. I've never really gotten the miniatures for it, but I've gotten like the cards, the accessories, the books. All right, next up is Carnival Escape from San Francisco. Canciano. All right, sorry, some kind of like board game or miniature game. It's some bits and pieces. Sorry for me stumbling over the words. But yeah, you got like some of these little cardboard pieces, and you have like a couple little rule sheet here. I don't know too much about this game. When I like picked this up and looked at it, I was like, I have no idea like what this is. But yeah, and then I already started to pack this up as well. Same thing with the cardboard backing, so the stuff doesn't get bent during shipping. All right, $13.99 for that one. All right, moving along, we have a airplane. It's going to be the Gray 2 EG Eagle Fighter. Where did I put it? I put it nowhere. It's down here on the ground. Got a bunch of these planes, die-cast ones, metal ones. I did a video on it a bit ago. I knew people were going to like them. People like, collecting the tanks, the ships, the naval ships, the fighter jets and stuff. So yeah, this is a good quality metal one. This is now going for $11.19 to repeat buyer as well. Repeat buyers have been pretty good so far. All right, next up, I think we got a VHS right here. We always picked up VHSs. We never found too many, at least in our area. I know they were like hit or miss for people in 2020, 2021. People were either like, oh, they're all junk and they bypass them. And other people would be like scoping out for like rare ones or maybe like the horror movie ones or the ones that they knew sold well. So this is 8 Treasures. Don't remember where we got it. Some kind of educational self-therapy tape right here. This is so someone's going to want to improve themselves. $15.75 for that. So yeah, this is like one of those kind of cool, unique ones. Someone was hunting down this particular professor and they wanted to watch some of their stuff, and then they wanted to watch it on VHS. All right. Next up is going to be G.I. Joe Operation. This is going to be a choose your own adventure book. I think Annette already started packing it up in one of these rigid mailers. Operation Dragonfire. We sold one of these, a different one. There's a bunch of these G.I. Joe Choose Your Own Adventure books. We sold one, I want to say like a week or two ago. This is the only other one that we had here. So I'm going for $12.59 once again to a repeat buyer. All right, last up for the day is going to be this, I think it's either a magazine or a booklet called Physics Today. Oh yeah, it's like a magazine, June 2000. Also not already started packing it right here. We like to pick up the magazines, the books. It's a pretty fun category to dive into. We appreciate different little books and magazines that we collect ourselves, so we know other people do it. A lot of people collect different types of stuff. All right, we're in a rush. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good week so far.